So, how goes it?
Hey there, Kenneth. Ready to dive into whatever the afternoon has in store.
She's talking to me again, just out of the blue. Didn't even ask her. Anyway, so where was I? Let's go ahead and see about doing some testing on some updates. Finally got most of what I wanted to get done completed. Most. I had to make some tweaks and adjustments to how things were loading on my game plans. So now,
Sounds like you've been doing some tech
hold on a
troubleshooting.
minute. Alexa, stop! I don't know what the heck, man. She just starts talking. Not even talking to her. She's here. She's blah, blah, blah. Just get all up in my business there, man. Okay. I really want to. I keep looking at this screen and it just looks more and more dead to me every time I see it. And I really want to. I really, 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 really want to get into making it more an actual 3D scene using actual assets. I just don't know. I don't want to get caught up in that. Oh, gateway's still down? What the heck, man? Or maybe was I too fast? Because it says it's running right now. I was probably just too fast. Let's try it again. I didn't fully wait. Hey Nintendo, how you doing, man? It's been one of them days. Just busy, you know. Trying to get things back into functional state with my all these pieces, getting them plugged back in. See, my game plan's still not fully loading like it was, but and still not all my images loading up like they're supposed to. And I'm really getting to that point. The itch is so strong. I want to create my roster page. I have to keep telling myself, no, you don't need rosters right now. You don't need them. Just focus, get these things going and start working on a simulation. But the roster's so important. No, it's not that important for the first piece. Just wait. You can do it. But I don't want to wait. So I'm like, I was arguing with myself. And anyway, plus I want to, like I said, I really, 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 really want to get this page to start looking more like a game page. I don't want it to be an image anymore. I'm really, so this is the same general idea of the program. The game I've been playing is called the program. The college program is what it is. It's the football game. And they do the same. They basically do this. They create an image and then they put little flags over areas of the screen you're supposed to click. And really, it doesn't. You don't even have to click the area. You click the flag. They can put the flag anywhere. It's the flag. You click the flag, different screens pop up. And they just put them in different places, marking like one's right above a stadium, one's above a building, one's above another building that's supposed to be a different kind of building. But what I want to do is actually do something a little bit more like Watcher of Realms, where it's just basically a 3D game environment. I mean, you know, you got assets, trees, and buildings, you know, whatever around, but they're all assets, and then you can click on those to make things happen. Because then it just makes the game feel more alive, like the area is real, not just this random picture. And I saw a video on how to do that basic thing in Unity, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. And there's plenty of assets that have like fantasy style buildings, so that would work. And then I created a stadium, so that would work. I could just throw my stadium in the middle, even though it doesn't look very fantasy, but I'll take it because I created it and it does the job, and it's going to be the stadium that my players are on, so it's kind of cool. And then when I finally then someday when I'm rich, I'll hire somebody to make better assets that are more custom for my environment. But that said, I still got to make I'm having trouble staying on task because I really want to keep adding new features, which I've done like multiple times. I keep adding, like I added the service checker at the beginning, and I am adding more and more things all the time, and a lot of times that just ends up tripping up my code. But so I end up taking, it's like I said, you keep adding things, and anyway, let's get to it. Let's fix this. I got to get this to load because this was loading. So again, I feel like I just have to replug stuff in. Still trying to make up for things I broke. So let's go to let's close all the others. Save, open, game plan, data, game plan model. See, which one is it that I need this to be? So game plan is this guy, and he's working within I think it's the content. Game plan UI manager. Okay. I don't know if I need this. I put this in here, but I'm like, it doesn't really take that long to load. I've been doing pretty good at getting things to load fairly quick so far, because I don't have a ton of data yet, and I'm not dealing with a massive background. You know, it's like if you ever play Marvel Snap, it takes a long time to load. I mean, that game takes a long time to load. And then it's fairly quick between pages. And then a game like The Program, it takes a long time to load, and it's got the transition times are kind of big. But there's a definite sense of sharpness, gamification in the game. I mean, it's like what do I want to say? The dialogues and such, they just have something. They have a something. I don't know how to explain it. They just look good. They're crisp. They have a nice layering to them. So in my brain, I'm trying to think, how do I get that kind of appearance? Like, I like my scrolls. I really do like these because they fit the thematicness of they fit the design of my game, which is the theme of my game. Aesthetic. That's what I meant. And so I like them, but they still seem flat. You know, they don't pop enough. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the translucitoriness, the translucination. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to take that off, get rid of the translusive state. I don't know. There's something weird about them. But that said, let's go see what happens when I say get the game plan, because it's obviously not returning anything at the moment. So let's attach this to Unity and see if I can get it to tell me what the data is getting, if it's getting anything. Am I providing any data? Maybe I'm not correctly providing data to this. Game plan, UI manager. So this is what's calling it. Oh, I see. I'm passing the wrong ID. So what I need this to do is pass in the team ID. I changed how this is loading. And the active team ID should be in the session. So I need to find load game plan data. Doesn't actually take a variable. Get. So this is defined somewhere. Oh, here it is. Get user ID. Auth service. All right, so I'm gonna try to have this update. I'm gonna see if I can. Now I've been using Bezy, and I'll tell you right now, it's possible things are gonna crash right here. As Bezy lately has been problematic. I mean, I think I'm blaming Bezy. Maybe it's not Bezy's fault, but they did do an update today, so hopefully maybe they realized there was a bug that was locking things up. Because what was happening is I'd go into my, I was using, when Bezy was loaded, I'd go in there and things just wouldn't, it wouldn't like release, wouldn't like update correctly. So we're going to find out if that crashes me out right now, but we'll see. I'm going to try something here. Game plan, Fifine manager, yes, sets the current user ID. I need it to also set the current user. And that's it. How about user active team ID? And user value. That should replace the value being passed in the what is it? Get game plan? Get. Where'd it go? It was here a minute ago. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. User active team ID equals user session manager dot all right, is that not what it's called? User session dot all right. Can't remember where the user. I thought it was defined in the user session manager, but I don't know. To do set from user session. And then here we go, 206. Passed in the load game plan data on line 206. That accepts the team ID to get team plan. All right. active team should be stored in the user session data. How about is stored, because it isn't. Whoops. Active team. Is in the user session data. Wait, what? In editor actions, razor mode is currently not supported in play mode. Oh. So now they're telling me I can't do stuff in play mode. Bezzy's all, I don't know, maybe they were having trouble, they were crashing. Anyway, what else did I need to work on? I'm trying to get more in the habit of actually finding the exact spots in code that need to be updated, instead of having AI just go find it. Like I'll say there's a problem, and then if I tell the AI there's a problem, it'll go find it, and oftentimes it can fix it. But also oftentimes it just goes off on this weird tangent and rebuilds things. And I'm trying to stop it from doing that. So by being a little bit more specific in where and how I'm fixing things. So I should be able to see things like this value here change. It should come in here and start making an adjustment here. All right, so there, it looks like it popped it in there. It is user session manager. Wait the heck? Tried to use, oh, you have to create an instance of it first. See, this is me not knowing what I'm doing sometimes. I got to create an instance of the user session manager, therefore a working variable. Then I could have gotten the active team ID. So I got to first build the object, then take it from there. Okay. Stuff I probably should know, but, you know. As the project manager, I don't typically get into the code as often and understand what these youngins are doing. These youngin AI guys just typing stuff out, creating objects. It's funny because it's like I understand all of this because I've done it. I've done it back when I was creating C# myself, or C# code myself. But this is like different objects, different object model. It's just a whole different learning experience. And then, so I've been given, I give a lot of it to the AI, and then I just I go through the code and read what it's doing, and then I can undo and fix. And that's kind of what, sometimes my undoing and fixing breaks things, but ultimately when it's done, it's because I've maybe deleted like 50 lines of code or 1,000 lines of code because I know it's not required, and I just need to it's kind of like, it's like you have these parts that it's only doing this, and then there's all this garbage in the middle. So I dump all the garbage in the middle, but there was a step it did. It was little more than, and trust me, this happens a lot. AI creates these functions that will be nothing more than a hop to the next function. It's like, call this function, which turns around and calls this other function with a little bit of variableness. And that's all it does. You just end up with this unnecessary extra step. And I'm like, why does it do that? A lot of times I delete the extra function, or I delete all this code in the middle and forget to just have it call the destination function. So things get broken. And really, it's nothing more than going back and fixing and saying, okay, well, you're supposed to be calling the destination function. So I change it to call the right function. But sometimes I miss that. It's because I'm looking through going, garbage, 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 garbage. Whack! And then it's like, oops, one line in there was garbage, but you need to at least, you know, avoid going through the dump. gotta get it out of there first. Okay, so I think it's redirecting here. So it did do that, and then down here it's calling the get game plan, and now it uses active team. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and still put a break on there because we have to. Let's see if I can recompile this. Jamaican.
Caden wants cream of wheat again. You want cream of wheat?
He's on a cream of wheat
Well,
kick.
he's sick, so cream of...
Actually, it sounds good again. I mean, sure, I'll have some. My youngest son, he's been sick these last few days. I mean, just I don't know if it's flu, but it's just like he's just been run down, beat up, kind of just a really bad cold. I don't know. I think because he's been sneezing and sniffling and headaches and worn out. I don't know. It could be COVID. That's about what COVID is, right? A bad cold. That's what it's been to me in the last time I had it, which was a while back. But it was just like, it's like a bad cold. And I feel like maybe he might have it. Just because it's just got him really beat up and tired. And I don't know if he's got a headache, though, because I've noticed that most of the people I know that when you get COVID, you have a really bad headache for the time you have it. Almost migraine-y. But everybody's a little bit different, so I don't know. And it could just be a bad cold. I don't know. He's just been feeling pretty miserable. So anyway, he's been craving cream of wheat as his meal of choice. So yeah, so my wife makes him cream of wheat. I like cream of wheat, and I haven't had it a lot in recent months. So there's times I'll go through it and I'll be making it every other day. It just sounds really good. And then there's other times when, you know, I don't eat it for 6 months. But it's nutritionally, it's probably not much. It's kind of like, I mean, it's more nutritional than nothing, but it's I liken it to the cereal version of Cheez-Its. You know, the Cheez-Its are the Cheez-Its version of chips. They're basically, if you look at them, nutritionally speaking, they're nothing. I mean, they're not good for you, but they're not. I mean, there's not much to them. Oh, you guys, you kids, you and your kids. Savinicus, how you doing, man? You got a cold. I had a really bad cold back in, I want to say October. It's gruel? No. Cream of wheat is different from gruel. Gruel is more like I would say it's closer to, what is that southern, grits. I think gruel is closer to grits than cream of wheat. And I've had grits, by the way. It's not bad. It is gritty. It's the southern version of cream of wheat / oatmeal. When I was in the military, they used to have grits as an option when we'd eat breakfast. You'd run through the kitchen and have grits. Yeah. Hey, I actually found something online that proves that I was right. Yeah, but it's still cereal based. I mean, it's like there's corn based cereal. It's still a creamy cereal. It's like it's grainy. It's got them all. But cream of wheat is wheat. Oatmeal is oats. So they all got their thing. Grits is just corn. I mean, they're all in that same bit. Cream of wheat, though, and the reason I say gruel is not the same is because gruel is from what I've seen of the TV media depictions, is it's lumpy. Oh, so you butter, salt, pepper. Oh, you eat it. You eat it weird. I mean, we ate it like it was a morning breakfast cereal. we would put sugar and just eat it like it was like oatmeal. It was closer to oatmeal. I thought grits was closer to oatmeal than. I don't think there's anything like cream of wheat. Oh, malto-meal is like cream of wheat. That was malt. I don't like malto-meal though. I mean, some people really liked malto-meal even more than cream of wheat. I think they're both equally nothing. Oatmeal's better for you. Probably, I don't even know. It's probably better for you than all of them. Yeah, they all have their own thing. I mean, they all got their own bunch of nothing. But hey, I did find a thing online about colds. Exercise does help. Intense exercise, cardio exercise, will shorten the duration of your colds. And and I've proven this myself by accident, because I tend to work through it. If I'm not on my deathbed, I'll get up and work out anyway. But if I do a cardio, like I go run or do a bike or do some at-home insanity or something, I feel 100% healthy for the next few hours. And you sweat out a lot of the crap. But if the cold is strong enough, your body will collapse again. And later in the day, it might come on you again. But you get a nice clear period of time, which really helps. My runny nose and sniffling and achiness just kind of go away. Right up. Now, don't do this with flu. You might get a similar response in how your body responds to it, but because of the draining effects of the flu, you're going to crash, and you will actually not want to function for the rest of the day. So don't do that. You're in denial. No, anything but exercise. No, you're lying. It can't be true. No, I refuse. Gotta get your exercise in, man. Look, I tell people this all the time. And by the way, I don't know if you know. Did I tell you, Savinicus? I'm taking a personal training certification course. In fact, I'm almost to the end of it. I'm almost to the point where I can take the exam test. And here's one of the things I'm going to relay to my first and all my clients, if I have, however many I have, whether it be 1 or 20. Exercise should be for everybody, like brushing your teeth. It's not you got to stop thinking of exercise as a means to an end. It's a means to a life. It's a habit. It's a thing you got to do as just part of your day. It doesn't have to be a lot. A little is better than nothing. You know, have some days where you do more than other days, but you always do something. And it doesn't have to be every day. You should always take a minimum of 1 day off. But yeah, it's a field. Everybody wants, there's a lot of people out there who want to get in shape and need some guidance. And I figure it's got to pay better than DoorDash. Because even for a beginner entry-level personal trainer, which will be me at first, right? You're $25, $30 an hour at least. And if I do that, for, have maybe 2 clients a week, bam, I'm making, if I do 2 hours with 2 clients 3 times a week, bam, I'm making more than I do with DoorDash. That's all I mean. I don't need to do a ton. I mean, the idea is to supplement, provide some income while I'm trying to get this game done. Yeah, you got to just kind of come up with you got to have a whole body workout that touches on all the important things. I would recommend for anybody who's just doing it for life health to look into calisthenics. because that is body weight. You can do it with either very light weights or just body weight. And you can build strength, you can build stamina with that. Well, not just calisthenics. You have to add a little bit of aerobic-y speed to it. But there are ways to add that into calisthenics. But then what nice thing about calisthenics is they work your entire body, your core, not just your abs, but like your lower back, your abdominals, your obliques. It works your chest, your back. A lot of people neglect their back. Full range of motion on shoulders. It does those things that help build up your body in every kind of form. And so that's kind of what I want to help people do. When I'm doing a personal training, I want to like guide people. Now, if I'm working with somebody who's got specific goals, that's different, I guess. But exercise has to be about, you just do it. You get up, you brush your teeth, you work out. You give yourself the extra 20 minutes you need, it's an extra 20 minutes minimum if you already take a shower every morning. But you don't want to get all sweaty if you don't already take a shower in the morning and you want to take a shower after your workout. It's probably an extra 30 minutes every morning because you gotta adjust for what it takes to get ready to do that. But still, you got to make that adjustment. I always recommend morning because it's so easy to have your day screwed up by trying to do stuff. Oh, I'm going to do it after work. I used to do that, and my workouts were infrequent. I broke them up a lot. I had a hard time doing everyday workouts. I might 3 or 4 times, but I work out 6 days a week now, and I get up every morning. Some days are crappy workouts. I get it. Some of my days are bad too, but I get a few good days in a week, and I just get the other days in and try to hit the major muscle groups. Anyway, that said, my wife's making cream of wheat for me. It all comes down to it. She's making me cream of wheat because my son asked for it, and then she said, "Do you want some too?" She knows I like it, so. Who doesn't? I mean, cream of wheat really is quite tasty, if not the most nutritious thing in the world. It's not bad for you, it's just not good. I mean, it's not anything. That said, my wife's making. And there are a lot of good exercises. I've been helping my son when he works out, giving him exercises to help strengthen his back because he's had back problems. He sits at his computer all the time. And a lot of it, he needs to build up that stability muscles in his back. And I've learned a lot of those things that helped me a lot to get my shoulders stronger because I had shoulder pain in both left and right shoulders. It was always causing me issues and then I started the Cali Move calisthenics program, and I did a year. I did like the first 3 parts, but by the time I was 6 months in, I noticed that my shoulders barely, if ever, hurt anymore. I mean, it's rare for them to hurt like they were hurting before. So wheat's good for you. And there's no doubt oatmeal is better. You actually eat grits? I thought we were just talking about it like it was it's a food that we know exists. But oatmeal's a common one. In fact, a lot of personal trainer folks out there recommend grits oatmeal as a dietary staple for breakfast. I like oatmeal. I like oatmeal. I like cream of wheat. I just haven't had grits in a long time. I don't eat cream of wheat a lot. What I'll do is I oftentimes will actually take cream of wheat and then I add protein to it. I'll put a scoop of protein in it, and it gives it a little vanilla-y flavor, but it's not bad. My protein's really good. It mixes in with a lot of things as long as you don't mind a little bit of a sweeter protein. But I like sweetness in my cream of wheat already. I like to sweeten it. So the sweetness doesn't bother me. You did? Yeah, like the only time I ever ate grits was in the military. And it was okay. I wasn't like, ooh, I gotta have this when I get home. I was like, yeah, when I get home, I'm done. Enough of that. Enough of that nonsense. All right, let's see if this loads. That was the whole point of my doing all that. Yeah, I think most people do. I think most people like to eat oatmeal for a lot of reasons. One, it tastes pretty good. Two, it's better for you. It's actually got a lot of nutrients, a lot of fiber, a lot of what is it, vitamin something, E, A, something like that. But there's a lot of kinds of oatmeal. I gotta admit, I prefer the instant oatmeal because it's more smooth, I want to say. I don't mind Quaker oats, the regular cooked kind. It's not too bad if you cook it right, but I don't like it when it's still kind of chewy, like little oats of cardboard. You gotta cook it right. And there's some oatmeal that is like that, where if you don't, you have to either cook it a long time, or sometimes just the oats just never dissolve right, and they're like little pieces of cardboard in your mouth. And I'm not a fan of those. What is going on? How come you? What do you mean it's connection failed? It is loaded. I'm not. It's right there, man. What is it? How is 100% loaded? Why are you talking like that? What nonsense is going on? What? There's always something, you know. It says the gateway is not reachable. What is going on? That was my service health monitor I put in. So it tells me when it's not connecting correctly to the database. Server config not found in resource folder. What? It's right there. What do you? And it's right there. Oh, did I not? Do I need to create an asset for it? There is a, hold on, asset. I don't know what I'm doing here. The pop? Wait, I love the Bob's red mill Irish steel cut. My wife likes steel cut oatmeal too. But the pop when you eat them? Huh. Yeah, she likes to cook. She's actually cooked, is it like overnight oatmeal, or it just takes a long, long time. And she makes this one that she makes, it's like she makes a big pot of it, and then, you know, you can reheat it or whatever later. When you reheat oatmeal, you have to add water, of course, because it gets a little thick. But when you add water and stir it up and then reheat it. But it gets mushy. Sometimes I don't like my oatmeal to be too mushy either. I mean, there's kind of like a balancing act, right? Because mushy oatmeal is not much better than undercooked oatmeal. It's got to have a little bit of substance. Mushy is that. I don't like you know, sticky. I don't know what it is. Okay, why is my asset? What is wrong with my asset here? It's not. So it's like export asset package. Do I need to do that? Items to export. No, that ain't right. All right, let's see if let's see here. Let's see if AI can fix this for me, because I don't know how to fix this. Server config file in the resource folder. So why is it not seeing it? Darn garnet. All right. Oh, 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes is on the medium side of long cook oatmeals. You've got the instant, which is what, 1 or 2 minute oatmeal, Cream of wheat can be instant. You can have 30-second. They have like 3 speeds of cream of wheat, and the longest is like 5 minutes. It's like there's a 30-second one or a 2-minute one, a 5-minute one, but that's it. Cream of wheat doesn't take longer. Oatmeal is usually between 2.5, 3 minutes is your quick versions, and then you got anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes for the basic, what do you call it, Quaker oats. And then you start getting into the steel cut oatmeals, which can take 10 to 20 minutes. And then you get those like really weird oatmeals that can take like forever. Anne makes, like I said, she's made some of those that take really long to cook. Move server configurations from asset resources to asset scripts following your project structure rules. Create the server config asset. In Unity, right-click on the asset resource folder or create one if it doesn't exist. Oh, so I have this wrong? All right, so it says take this server config and put it in the asset scripts, which is, what? That's just like moving it to here. That's weird. All right. And then it says in resource, in Unity Editor, right-click on the assets resource. Assets resource. And then say, what? Select create. Create FPFM server config. Okay, project, select this guy, server config, okay. And then set your development and production URLs, configure any other endpoints as needed. Okay, I did that. I don't know, it's weird that we have to move that. I don't know why I have to move that. Because that's going to confuse me. I don't think I have to move it. So here's why I was missing it. And this is a weird thing with Unity, and I tell you, it drives me frickin' bonkers. Every now and then, Unity will refuse to update your code. You go and change something in your code, and Unity goes, yeah, nah, I'm just going to ignore that. And no matter what I would step through my code and it would like, no, I'm not following that code. I'm like, what do you mean you're not following that code? Nope, you gave me code before. I'm going to keep using it. I don't know where it's storing it at. It's nowhere to be seen. I like rebuild, restructure, redo whatever I can, and it just refuses to see the new changes. So it's like, for example, if I open this up, you can see I have all these endpoints. Well, I had changed this teams endpoint. It used to be leagues teams, and it's no longer in the leagues endpoint. So I took that out and just changed it to teams, and I hit save. But I would then run any code that called this endpoint, and it would keep having the leagues teams endpoint. I would stop it, like, because it would call this one. This is the URL, so that it calls the teams endpoint. And I would stop it here, and it would go in, and I would be looking at it, and I'd read this teams endpoint, and it would say /leagues/teams. I'm like, where the frick are you getting that? Doesn't exist anywhere in my code. How are you doing that? It was just frustrating the heck out of me. So I had to delete the whole server.config and try to rebuild it. And I'm hoping that problem is gone now. Anyway, I'll be right back. Give me something in this amount of time. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Ready to try and work and eat. So I'll try not to. Well, this food. Now, one thing about cream of wheat is it's actually pretty good for streaming because it's a soft food and you don't spend a lot of time chewing, so you're not like chewing on screen. But I do have toast, so you know, you gotta have toast with cream of wheat. Anybody who doesn't have toast with cream of wheat is a crazy person. Hey, look, see, it says teams now. That's what it's supposed to have said in the past. It's just dumb. I don't know. Okay. So we are loading things. Let's see how well this loads now. Oh, this is default teams. I don't need that right now. So it is loading stuff. Good. Get team URL. Okay. You have to bear with me if you're going to watch. Don't watch me eat. I can turn off my screen so you don't have to watch me chew. It's kind of like when you're at a convention. One of the rules of being a convention vendor is you don't eat while you're at a booth, but that's fine if you've got booth help, booth assistance. It's not great if you have if you're just one person like me. I've ran a booth for 8 hours in a day. You start at 9 or 10 and you're going till 6. I gotta eat. I gotta figure out something. So I take snacks and food and lunch and I eat behind the booth. Now I try not to do it while people are walking by and stuff. But hey, if I have a customer, I'm not gonna eat while they're standing there. But you gotta find time to eat. A buddy of mine used to go with me to the conventions. That helped. We'd take turns at lunchtime. Oh, that didn't work. All right, so we need to go in here. We got the null, so well, for one, that's supposed to say team ID. I mean, it is team ID. Figure out why we're not getting data back. Oh, it's game plan ID. Oh. You know what? It's probably team. I think it's supposed to be like that. There's two ways to get game plans back: by game plan ID and by the team. slightly different results. Do it by team, you actually get a combined game plan that includes the default, the team game plan, and the user's game plan that they built for the team. And the user's game plan overrides any default or team values that match. There's not a lot of things that, there's only a few. I mean, the default covers every scenario in the most general of terms. The team has a few custom ones that makes the team's standard style pop. Right now I've got one, so all teams get the same team game plan, but eventually I'll make them unique. And then the user gets to tweak it however they want, and then they could either change the ones that are given to them by default, which basically just means that they're creating their own and it overrides it. And then but then if you do it by game plan ID, it only gets that game plan ID. So and that only really ever happens if it's admin. Only an admin user can do that, where they'll have a situation where they'll load up a team or a default game plan by the IDs, because they're not connected to a team. All right, so let's see if this works a little bit better. And let this compile. And when I'm done eating, I will turn my camera back on so you know that when I'm just standing here not talking, that I'm not actually gone. So I reached out to a bunch of Reddit conversations, I guess. Posted that I'm making this game and I want, to get people. I gave the people who are asking, hey, is there a management game for professional football? And I said, yes. Well, not yet, but I'm working on it and I'm getting close to hopefully at some point in the near future having a demo, which I'm hoping in the next few months. And I put it on a few different Reddit streams and not one person replied. All these people, and a lot of them are recent questions. So they're like, oh, this is just some guy trying to sell his thing. It's like, but dude, you asked about it. I'm not like I'm just throwing it out there. You asked, does it exist? I'm like, well, I'm working on it and you can have your input. By the way, slap in the face, the Broncos are underdogs against the 6th seed Bills in Denver. I want this coat, by the way. This is why it's being shown here. I've been wanting this coat, so I keep looking at it. There's a lot of different places that sell one like it, and I don't know. I think it's cool. So of course, all of the cookies that every site that has it creates are putting these on my. It pops up all the time now. Because I've looked at it at multiple different sites that have it. It's actually, I think it actually is made in Australia. And then there's some places get it and sell it locally. I got to put it on my wish list for next year. It's my next coat of choice. What was I doing though? I was opening this for a reason though. What was I doing? I got distracted. Shoot. Stupid ads. Just derailed me. Totally forgot what I was doing. All right, let's go click on this. I think I need this guy. Okay. Oh, shoot, this isn't getting a response. I mean, it does get a response, but it's not one I can read until it goes back to the other. That's kind of dumb. Duh. Why do you do that? It's creating a response and doing an immediate return rather than putting it in a response and then returning the response. This just allows me to actually see what it's going before it sends it back. I can see what it conjures up. All right, I'm done eating. No more torture. All right, so it should be team ID. Let's go look at my game plan. Let's go look at it. 'Cause obviously, something is amiss. Nope, gateway. Game plan. So it's API game plan team ID. That is right. 'Tis the right call. And then game plan. Huh. This guy can go away. This whole deprecated garbage. I don't even have these options anymore. I told it to get rid. Oh, that's right. Never mind. It's waiting for me to validate. It's the last step in the. Freaking A! What was that, man? Lighting dynamite out in the street. Okay, so we got. Well, let's go ahead and run this again. That's all I can do. This time I'll look at the endpoint and see what. Wait, what happened? Did it blow up on me? Oh no. Oh, it's just my icon's all wonky. What the heck? Don't remember putting a break there, but okay. Alrighty. Now we're here. Whoa. Whoa. That's not where you're supposed to be. supposed to be. Why didn't you go there? So I got these other errors you see down here. I don't know if you can read them. This is not an error, it's a warning, but it's an error. It's just an error that doesn't blow up your app. It says, can't complete complex meshes. I'm like, what? It's my Stadium. Apparently my Stadium's got some display issues. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, so I can hit F10 here. Well, maybe. I'm actually on it. Okay, so we have F10. The endpoint is 8080 API game plans. Oh, it's game plans. That's the problem. It's gonna have to stop. It's not gonna work. Found the issue. My services, the API is supposed to be going by the same name, which I don't know. I'm kind of been inconsistent. It's just bad form on my part. Oops. Oh, am I running? Oh, it's probably because I'm running. Wait, where is it? Data server config. Where the heck is it? Oh. All right. What's going on? It's not where it's supposed to be. Project. Server config scripts. Where are you at? It is right there after scroll rect. Is that because there's no meta file? Oh, it's going to be one of those. I'm going to put it in the core. Yeah, at least it's findable now. There we go. And instead of game plans, it's supposed to be game plan. I have a game plan service. I don't know if it's supposed to be plural or singles. A lot of them I did singles, some of them I did plurals. But either way, I have to either change all of them to be the same. I don't know. I guess I have a lot. Plays, leagues, teams, collections, playbooks. I guess they are all plural, and even users. All right, maybe I should just go with game plans. I don't know why game plans sounded more normal to me, though. But the thing is, my service is not called that, and that's what throws me off. That's why it feels wrong. Doesn't match my service. But if I'm going to do that, I have to change all these to game plans. And then that means I have to stop gateway. And then hit enter. Open it up again. I always do clear first because it puts a lot of stuff out, and if it's running during a session, it'll keep adding more log entries. And when I do that, it gets kind of cluttery, right? And it's only relevant to that session run. If I kill it and restart it, I want all the log entries to be related to that run. So that's why I clear it. So I just, and then I can just do a, what do you call it? A back arrow thing, and it'll give me that same line so I don't have to type it again. So I can be lazy. Allows for more efficient laziness. Gotta be efficient in one's laziness. So I listen to Audible books, a lot of fantasy, sci-fi, you know, Brandon Sanderson and what is it, Corey something or other. I can't remember all these authors. There's so many. I've got probably 300 books that I read. Yes, they're read. My brain is taking them in as words, so I'm calling it reading. But lots and lots and lots of them. But I was getting behind a little bit in my Audible, and I have an Audible account that was, you know, every month I get another book. So I had like 5 credits because I hadn't bought a book in a few months. Because I purposely try to get the really big books, you know, the 30, 40, 50, 30, 40 hour ones if I find them. Sometimes I get 17-hour ones, but it takes a while to go through these books. Because they're a lot longer when they're bigger books, right? Because somebody's got to read them, and it takes a long time. And what the heck is your problem now? Gateway is not gone. What? What are you talking about? No, check failed. Request timeout. It is not. It is not. Weird. How does it do that? I think I got to give it more time or something. I think it's not. I think it's failing because I don't give it enough time to try, or maybe it doesn't try enough times. I don't know. Usually the second time I try to run it, unless it crashed. But why would it crash? No, it's right there. We're good. Anyway, so I was looking for some books to spend to get credits on, right? So I basically looked up fantasy, and then I sorted it by length of book. And what's kind of cool is I did fantasy. I think I did sci-fi because I have a lot of fantasy. So I thought, well, let's look up some sci-fi and some, you know, some more space stuff. And there was a few. You can actually get a few box sets basically for 1 credit, which these things could be 50, 60, 70 hours because you get a lot of books. And I'm like, this is really cool. So let's do one of these. So I'm going through looking for the ones with the highest ratings. You know, 4.5 to 5 stars, something, you know, a lot. I'm picking a couple of them. And I kind of, you know, most cases, if they're highly rated, they're sci-fi, I don't even really care what the description is. I don't pay a lot of attention to it. And I got a couple of these things. And I'm listening to one now. It's just started listening to it today. And I'll tell you why I'm listening to it too in a minute. I picked up this one book. I can't even remember. It's like a 3-book series called something compendium, or is it? No, there's another word. Omnibus. I don't remember. I have to find it, but I can't remember. It's a sci-fi one. Some guy's got to. All I read was something about this guy's got to defend his. Defend the human race against extinction or something is what it said, I think. What can I say? I started listening to it, and it's smut. That's all I can say. it's it's the equivalent of you know those the romance novels for women. This is the guy version of that. It's I was laughing at it for a while. I was like, okay, what the heck? What is going on with this guy? And then the first time they have a voice for one of the girls, I'm like, what kind of a voice is that? They have I don't know if they have voice actor. They obviously have more than one voice actor on this book because a guy can't talk like this. You know, they just can't do that. Those kind of intonations, but very high pitched, very. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. What do you call it? Blonde, or not blonde? I won't say blonde. Bimbo, bimbo voices is what they were. Let's say they were bimbo voices, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" At first, it seemed like a harmless enough book, but it was just like the acting or the voice acting on this is really bad. It's just like, I mean, it just seemed really B movie kind of stuff, right? And I was like, where is this going? What's this story going to be about? And I was like, okay. And then this girl gets this guy and this girl are together. They're just friends, you know. They're playing a video game. They're joking around and stuff. And she talks like she's a robot. I mean, she talked like she was a robot there. She goes, "You're missing a certain amount of protein. Would you like some eggs or whatever?" I'm like, huh? She sounds weird. Why is she talking like that? She's not a robot, by the way. She's just bad actor, bad voice acting, or maybe it's just bad lines, bad text. I don't know. But anyway, I got about halfway through the book, and after realizing that this book was about there's these alien races who have some kind of disease that's keeping that's making it difficult for them to propagate, basically, because apparently all the guys and all of the races have some kind of a disease that's preventing them from having kids or whatever. So apparently there's one guy they found on Earth that's apparently immune to this thing. so this guy's got to save all of these races, and they all want a piece of him. And guess what? All of their main characters are, you guessed it, women. I'm like, oh gosh, where's this going? Where's this going? I'm a third of the way through the book, and I'm like, okay, acting's terrible. Story's just ridiculous. And it's just all about this guy, you know, having a good old time. And I'm like, nope, time to change. So today I was looking through my library of the other books I had, reading through the synopsis to see what else I picked up. And I had to pick a different one. And this one seems a little bit more, okay, this is a little bit more normal. It's funny, or at least it's starting off funny. And I'm only like 20 minutes into it. Guy basically burned down some mob's boss house by accident. He was watching the house, and he's just the goofus and did some dumb things and burned it down. So now he's on the run. That's all I've seen so far. But yeah, I couldn't, and it wasn't even just that it's smut. That was just poorly done. The acting was bad. The story was weird, and I'm like, no, okay. I don't know how people listen to that. So yeah, I had to switch to a different thing because this is just weird. Sometimes that happens, right? You'll get a book and you're just, yeah, this one's not going to do it. You know, put that in the, I guess I, you know, thing is, I don't think you only have so much time to return a book, and I should probably try to do it. But I only have like a week or so before I canceled my subscription, so I don't get any more credits because I don't want to keep buying credits. And but yeah, I might need to. So what's going on here? What's happening, man? None of my buttons are working. I have this cool tool I put down. It's called Code Coverage. It's free. And if you start it, it'll tell you what code you're hitting, so you can kind of clean up your code if you're not, not hitting things anymore that maybe got orphaned. All right. Let's see, what's my game plan endpoint? API game plans. Okay, so that should be right now. Well, what do you know? It actually returned it, but why did it skip? I don't remember how did I end up back here? Oh, because this one. Oh, okay, because I was inside. Okay, so it didn't skip. It just jumped in. All right. Seems like there's a lot of layers to get here. Call that, to call that, to call that. Why am I jumping through so many layers? Huh. So that should not be. So user game plan is not null. So we should be able to go in here now. All right. Hey, what do you know? We're mostly kind of sort of in a way displaying things. Although something's not right. Wait. So these are out of sync for whatever reason. I don't know why I have offense as an option. This is not popping up my... All right, well, we're getting there. We got it loading again. It's not fully fully taking in the... It's not taking my clicks. It's supposed to be opening up my situations panel, or the add edit situations panel. It's not doing it, and they're not aligned. I had this aligned. Let's see what this looks like. Not much better. I mean, yeah, these are like way out of sync. Don't know why. That's supposed to be in the middle. It's just so much stuff just got wonked by whatever I did before. Oh, okay. I'm gonna